Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're talking about the San Francisco 49ers. This team is on an absolute tear right now, and I expect that to continue against their next opponent in the Las Vegas Raiders. Several players on the Niners team have the chance to make history. Starting off with Nick Bosa, who Kyle Shanahan said he wants Bosa's name in MVP conversations. I fully agree with him. Bosa is an absolute superstar stud, but with a sack on Sunday against the Raiders, Bosa would become just the third player since 1982, when the individual sack became an official stat line, to record a sack in 30 of their first 50 career games in the NFL. The only other players who have accomplished that feat are Von Miller and Reggie White. Nick Bosa is a stud, dude. 30 sacks in their first 50 career games. That's Madden. That is a Madden stat line. Well, he's not alone. Brock Purdy can become just the fifth rookie quarterback in NFL history to win each of their first four starts and the seventh rookie in the Super Bowl era to throw at least 2 touchdown passes in 5 consecutive games. And it does not end just there, folks. George Kittle, who has been unleashed since Brock Purdy became the starting quarterback, he can become the first tight end in NFL history to record at least 2 touchdown receptions in 3 consecutive games within the same season. Kind of crazy that nobody has done that. I honestly think George Kittle will accomplish that. So I wouldn't be surprised if 3 Niner players made more history. This has been a historic season for San Francisco. They have playmaker after playmaker after playmaker. And this upcoming opponent against the Raiders, we'll talk about that in just a second. But before we do, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you want more Niners content, you've come to the right place. I'm posting them daily right now. Last video before their game against the Raiders on Sunday. But if you enjoy it, you want more, hit that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Still trying to get a Niners video to 1,000 likes, so I appreciate everybody who honestly just watches this video and helps get it to new people. I love you guys so much, like seriously. So here's what DeMeco Ryans had to say against the Raiders. So if you didn't know, Derek Carr was officially shut down for the remainder of the season. The Raiders' season has been an absolute disaster. And Jarrett Stidham will be making his first career NFL start, and I fully anticipate this Niners defense to unleash. They are going to make this man miserable. But this is what DeMeco Ryans has to say, and I really like what this is. Of course, the cliche is going to be that we're playing a young quarterback, and we've got one of the best defenses in the NFL. But we can't look at it like that. We still have to focus on ourselves and correct the mistakes that we've made in the last few weeks, because although we've been playing good, we have given up some BS stuff that we know we can prevent. Which is crazy because this team has just won and won and won. Their last loss was the Kansas City Chiefs. This team is just ripping apart anybody they play. Just 3 weeks ago, they had the unbelievable performance at home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I know, TB12 and Tampa Bay, they have not been able to get anything going, but that was just perfect football. I mean, top to bottom, it was perfect football. I've watched football ever since I was a little kid. I'm only 23, so I'm not that old, but I have never, ever seen an NFL game, the game of the week, get changed at the start, like early on in the third quarter for a different game because it was already a blowout. So I do think it's interesting because, 21-13 against Seattle, 37-20 against Washington. These were still excellent games. I can see what DeMeco Ryans is saying, though. There are some flaws you want to prevent or just get rid of, essentially. And I like this quote from Jimmy Ward here. We're looking at it like, all right, so right now we're playing Jarrett Stidham. But in the playoffs, we might be playing Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, or Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. So we're looking at it like we're in the playoffs. We got to elevate our game. And I absolutely love it. Because this team is firing on all cylinders at the perfect time. But at the same time, I know it's Jarrett Stidham. But there's kind of like a fire under the Raiders' ass right now. You still have Devontae Adams. You still have Darren Waller. You still have Josh Jacobs, who's having a career year right now. There's still a lot of playmakers on this Raiders team. And then you got Max Crosby on the defensive side. But I think it'll just be an interesting test run against the Raiders and Arizona, 2 more, I don't want to use the word lackluster QBs, but more relatively less skilled QBs than what was mentioned, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, etc., etc. So essentially what's going on here is San Francisco, their defense is number 1 in the league, giving up 15 points a game. And there's still another level that they want to reach. I mean, that is incredible. This defense, and we've talked about it before, I mean, they're just loaded, man. I seriously try to emphasize how good Dre Greenlaw is in every single video, because outside of Niners Nation, people are not giving him the due credit he's deserving of. This guy has 119 total tackles on the season. He's 2 forced fumbles. He has an interception. He has several tackles for loss. This man is a menace. And right next to him, you got Fred Warner. 110 tackles on the season. 2 sacks, interception, forced fumble. I mean, that's just 2 players. Hufanga, Ward, Gibson, Bosa. It's just crazy. It is quite literally crazy. Charvarius Ward as well. Man's having a stellar, unbelievable season. Don't forget about Hufanga, though. He's got 4 interceptions on the season. I think, personally, San Francisco's got the best safety duo in the entire National Football League. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, because they have the best defense in the league. But this is going to be a fun game. Man, rivalry games they're always just more fun. That's kind of a horrible way to put that. But anyways, to finish off this video, I was very surprised to see San Francisco as the 5th best team in the power rankings. I was reading an article on The Athletic. They got San Francisco at 5, and I know the teams ahead of them, you got Philadelphia, you got Cincinnati, you got Buffalo, you got Kansas City, but I mean, San Francisco right now is one of the best 2 teams in the league. I would put the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers, which if you guys have been watching my videos the last several weeks, that's my Super Bowl prediction. Those are the best 2 teams in the league right now. They're the best 2. It's close, but there's a level between it. So, for some reason, San Francisco, even though they have all these players, they have all these playmakers, they have all these studs, they're extremely well coached, they're extremely well disciplined, they're still not really getting much praise for making. Everyone's still got the Philadelphia Eagles, which, once again, if you've been watching my videos the last couple of weeks, you know my thoughts on the Eagles. Even if they get that 1 seed, they're losing the first game. Regardless, if they get a bye or not, they're losing the first game of the playoffs. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. So I'm feeling good about San Francisco right now. Offensively, you're up to 25 points a game. Brock Purdy has been incredible. Now, Deebo Samuel, we do have confirmation that he is not going to be playing this upcoming week. It's good, though. All right, I'm not trying to force anybody back. There is absolutely no rush to get these guys back. Keep him healthy for the playoffs. Get him some reps in the final game against the Arizona Cardinals next Sunday, and that's all I need to see. Elijah Mitchell also, I honestly think he's going to play next week. We don't have official confirmation, but I think he's going to play next weekend as well. So this team is getting healthy at the perfect time, and there's still levels to reach within it. So that should terrify everybody. But history is about to be broken against the Raiders for several players on this Niners team. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, hit that sub button for more, and I will catch you guys for a post-game video on Sunday.